Projected vertically upward with a speed of 50 meter per second. Find the maximum height and the time to reach the maximum height. So ball is projected vertically upward. So this is the ground and ball is projected vertically upward. Ball is projected vertically upward. Ball is projected vertically upward with what speed? 50 meter per second. Ball is projected vertically upward with 50 meter per second. Ball is projected with a speed of 50 meter per second, the maximum height. So it is projected vertically upward. Find the maximum height. So we have to find the maximum height. You have to find the maximum height. So projection point is A and maximum height is B. Find the maximum height. So at the highest point, vertical velocity equals to 0. At the highest point, vertical velocity equals to 0. Initial velocity equals to 50 meter per second. Find the maximum height. So we have to find the maximum height. So v square minus u square equals to how much? Equals to 2as. 0 square minus 50 square. 0 square minus 50 square equals to 2 minus 10 into height is h. So minus 2500 divided by minus 20 equals to h. So that equals to how much? That equals to h equals to 125 meter. H equals to 125 meter. H equals to 125 meter. So the maximum height. So maximum height equals to how much? Maximum height equals to 125 meter. So that is the maximum height. Maximum height equals to how much? Maximum height equals to 125 meter. That is the maximum height. Bit B, after maximum height, time to reach the maximum height. So time required to reach the maximum height. So this is the maximum height. Find time required to reach the maximum height. Time required to reach the maximum height. Time required to reach the maximum height. So time required to reach the maximum height, v equals to u plus 80. As v equals to u plus 80, v equals to 0. U equals to how much? U equals to 50. A equals to how much? A equals to minus 10 into t. So after solving this, t equals to how much? T equals to 5 second. T equals to how much? T equals to 5 second. So time required to reach the maximum height from A to B, time required equals to how much? Time required equals to 5 second. Bit C, the speed at half the maximum height. Speed at half the maximum height. So what will be the speed at half the maximum height? So we have to find the speed at half the maximum height, that is at this position. Speed at this position. Speed at A dash. Speed at what point? Speed at A dash. Let speed at A dash is V dash. Let speed at A dash is what? Speed at A dash is V dash. So V dash square. So it would be like V square minus U square is 2as. So V square minus U square. V square minus V dash square equals to 2as. V square minus U square equals to what? V square minus U square equals to 2as. V square minus U square equals to 2as. 2as is 2g, that is minus g into h. So the height is h by 2. This height is h by 2. So v square minus u square, v square minus u square equals to 2gh. That is v square minus u square is 2gh. So at the highest point v square is 0 minus v dash square equals to how much? 2 minus g into how much? Into h by 2. So this is h by 2. So this height is h by 2. So 2 gets cancelled. So v dash square equals to how much? V dash square equals to gh. V dash square equals to how much? V dash square equals to gh. So v dash equals to how much? V dash equals to root over of gh. V dash equals to root over of gh. G is 10. H equals to how much? H equals to 1 to 5. H equals to how much? H equals to 1 to 5. So this is root over of 1 to 50. So root over of 1 to 50 equals to how much? Root over of 1 to 50 equals to approximately 35 meter. 35 meter per second. So approximately what is the speed at this point? Speed at this point is 35 meter per second. So speed at this point, v dash equals to how much? V dash equals to 35 meter per second. That is the speed at point, point A dash. Speed at point A dash is 35 meter per second.